computer.
Okay, we ready?
Yep, we're going.
All right, let me share my screen.
And I made you a co-host.
Awesome.
And I will let people in and try to keep an eye on the chat.
Okay. I think I'm going to make this a little bit bigger on my screen, I hope. Okay. So welcome to class tonight, to our seminar. Oh, maybe if I can get my computer figured out. Sorry about that. Back one, there we go. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you're as excited as you're not. That's okay. I'm still excited. And this was a quote I found that I hope kind of works for this time of year, that you use your imagination not to scare yourself to death, but to inspire yourself to life. So I hope everybody is feeling good life right now.
That's awesome.
I'm grateful for life right now, for sure. So I kind of want to start out with a little just question in Menti. Go to Menti and enter that code in. I just have 2 questions for us today. So go to menti.com and the code is 5325150. And I think I have to hit present on my side so that you can enter.
It's up.
And hopefully you can see that. So how are you feeling right now in terms of this class and teaching in one word? That's going to be maybe tricky to choose just one word. I like spooktacular. Awesome. These are good words. I even love that phenomenal, the way it's spelled and everything was kind of cool. Okay, hopefully even with the crazy or the behind, hopefully you'll get past that. And if you need help, please let us know because we can help you for sure. The tired and burned out, I hope that you can have a good weekend this weekend to kind of just breathe and be able to feel better and less tired and less burned out. You're either at the end of the term or towards the end of the term, I'm guessing. So hopefully second term you can come back renewed. Okay, hopefully we're helping with some of the strategies we're doing that you can be less overwhelmed is my hope. So, okay, thank you for doing that. Our next one is this one. The best way that you were able to engage your students in the last 5 weeks. This does not have to be one word. You can type out a whole sentence or a paragraph if you want. But what was the best way that you were able to engage your students in the last 5 weeks? What came up as your very best strategy or your very best thing, very best way that you were able to connect? Well, I like that. Okay, so we've got Tech Talks, quizzes, Bamboozle, asking the students what they loved, Spark videos, Jamboard, hands-on projects, Mystery Science, Nearpod and Zoom, student choice for assignments, coding. Those are some awesome,
These are
awesome
great.
things. Okay, cool.
Give some more wait time. It's,
Might be a few more people.
yeah, see, there's still a few coming in.
Okay.
Have to
Mystery
practice our,
science is fun. I really like mystery science.
I like this question type.
Kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, I like Mentimeter.
I do too. Okay, well, I'm going to exit and I'm actually going to stop sharing for a minute. And what I want you all to do, if you wouldn't mind, just for a minute, is indulge me in trying something that's just on screen. So if you aren't in gallery view, at the top of your screen, you can change it from speaker to gallery view. And I would like you to turn on your camera if you're in a spot where you can do that safely. I know sometimes people are driving when they're listening to our seminar, so please be safe. But if you wouldn't mind turning on your camera, because we're going to try something that's an engagement thing. So it was part of the Reimagine teaching series. It was one of those that I listened to, and the teacher had said that he used the four corners. You know, when you say, okay, you read out something and then depending on what they think, they go to the corner that's what they think. And he said, well, you could just have them point to the corner of the screen that they, and I was like, that's so cool and so quick and easy to engage when you're in a Zoom room and you're in gallery view. And then another thing that I learned today from somebody was the Brady Bunch high five. You guys remember the Brady Bunch high five? Okay, here's how it works. You do left and right high fives. So everybody do left and right high fives. And then you can do your up and down high fives. Look at that. We all did it. The Brady
Tony
Bunch
on the
high
head.
fives. So
I feel like I'm giving
good
myself a belly
job.
rub. I don't know why my leg is twitching.
Yeah, so we high-fived each other in the Brady Bunch way. So I learned that today, and I thought that was kind of a fun way, just super quick way to engage kids when you're in a Zoom room or, you know, when you're doing an online meeting. So anyway, just some good ideas. Okay, so I will get back to sharing my screen. Hang on, I can find my cursor. And oh my goodness, my laptop is having issues today. Sorry about that. Okay, back to sharing my screen. Back to our seminar here. But I just wanted to share those couple of ideas because I thought they were kind of fun.
Very fun.
So this week, our reading is all on data-driven instruction. And it isn't a matter of just mindlessly teaching to the test. What it means is that as you look at that data and as you make those decisions, it's really clearly defined, and it's that pathway to academic excellence. Okay, so as you go through that reading, you'll see that sentence and you'll kind of see what they mean. It's taught versus learned. And we want to think of what did they learn versus, well, I taught it. So kind of keep that in mind as you go through the reading this week. Also, the supplemental reading this week is on engaging students, which is why I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about how you're engaging your students. And just so you know, when you go to that PDF on the supplemental reading, it has the whole thing. So you'll want to skip to page 111. That takes you right to chapter 7, which is just on engaging students. Okay, and then for the assignment this week, and I think I have it right here, it's on, it's doing no more than 2 pages. So please do not make it longer than 2. If you make it less than 2, that's totally fine, but no longer than 2 pages for this activity. Looking at data-driven instruction, determine how that fits into the planning and instructional design process that we've been talking about this whole class. And describe how this design process has informed your participation in your PLC or with your grade level team, and how that data that you talk about helps your team, your PLC, to make decisions regarding how you're going to do instruction in the future and how that works into the design process. So kind of think about that as you look at this particular assignment. And then our discussion for this week is on false drivers and action steps. And so I think I have that right here. So what are the most common mistakes that people make, or those false drivers? And you'll notice that in the reading, you'll see where that is. So false drivers and common mistakes, you'll see that. So you'll know exactly what you're talking about after you've done the reading to do this discussion. So what are those that make people struggle at your school, in your opinion? And then what would be the action steps that you would take to address those things or those pitfalls? So that's what your discussion will be about this week. So anybody have any questions on anything that you have to do this week? You're going to link it to your the overall plan that we've been filling out, but this part of it I don't think has a specific section for the assignment, but you can link back to this assignment in the learning links that's in one of the versions. Okay, any questions? Were there any questions in the chat?
Nothing in the chat. Don't be afraid to unmute.
Move on if we have questions. All right. Hopefully everybody is good.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you have any recommendations? This question is feeling hard for me because I'm not currently teaching, and when I was teaching, we didn't have PLCs, so I don't have experience with that. So what would you recommend for that?
So I would think about, you have taught before, right? So think about the team, like the grade level team that you worked with, and maybe you weren't necessarily doing PLC, but you probably collaborated with your team, or you've collaborated with other people. I would think about it in terms of that. If you had a group of people that you could talk with, what would you do? So kind of maybe do it hypothetically for your instance. Anybody, any other instructor have suggestions for her?
It's good.
Yeah, I would say even if you haven't had experience with an in-person PLC, maybe you've done some of the virtual chats or some of those things where you can connect through social media with peers or different groups, maybe potentially.
And even before PLCs, we were still talking to our grade level neighbors or our content level partners at the high school level. Oh, I've got Johnny in class, or even parents. I'm having these issues with Johnny, and what could I do? Those kinds of things, I think would be very appropriate.
Okay, I think that's everything that I had for tonight's seminar. So happy Halloween this weekend. Have some fun, have some rest and relaxation. Come back at it for the week. Make sure you post your discussion, your initial post by Sunday. Don't forget
Just
that.
remember, you get an extra hour this Sunday. Very exciting.
Yay!
That's not enough to put a smile on your face. And the kids aren't on detox with candy the day after Halloween in your classroom this year. So that's even better.
An extra hour of 2020. I can't wait.
You've never wanted to spring forward more? Is that what you're saying, Clint?
Keep springing forward.
Exactly.
No, it's all good. Thanks, Carol. Good job.
Very well
Thanks,
done, Carol.
everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody, for coming.
Thanks,
Good to see
Elsa.
everybody.
Oh, who's leading our discussion next week?
I believe it's me.
Oh, and are you going to be? You got a lot of competition with Carol. We want to see what you come with, Brandon.
I have a queen outfit I can throw on if I need to. I can
Wow.
wear the
Pizza
tiara.
Hut
and-
too. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Keep you up
I
for the
don't know. We'll
challenge.
have to wait and see what happens next week.
Okay.
Oh, wow. What a
Worth the
teaser.
price of admission.
Yes.
Thanks, one and all.
Thanks, everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
Stop recording.